and continental crust 30 to 70 kilometer, oceanic crust 5 to 10 kilometer, mantle silicate mineral 2900 kilometer, core outer core liquid ferrous and nickel, inner core solid iron and nickel. Evidence: seismic wave study, earthquake data analysis, volcanic eruption pattern. Then the geological time scale. So we have eons, then eras, then period, then epoch. So eons. So eons are Precambrian and the eras. So eras are Ajoic, Archeozoic, Proterozoic, and Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. So these eras. So uh, Ajmer around primitive Pakistan maintained captaincy. Ajmer around primitive Pakistan maintained captaincy. Ajmer around primitive Pakistan maintained captaincy means Azoic, Archeozoic, Petrozoic, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. Then this Azoic have the origin of solar system. Archeozoic origin of life. Then these are also Permian and Archean. Then the means Hadean and Archean. Then Petrozoic primitive eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. Then this is the Paleozoic. Paleozoic we have the six in Paleozoic. So Paleozoic we have the co-HDCP, Cambrian, which is origin of invertebrate. Odiozoic, Ordovician means origin of vertebrate, first age of vertebrate. Cenozoic, Silurian, origin of zoophytes, and Devonian age of fish, Devonian age of fish. Then the Carboniferous age of amphibian, and Permian origin of the theropods. Then the Mesozoic we have three, CJT, Cretaceous, Jurassic, and Triassic. So in Cretaceous, in Triassic, the origin of dinosaur. Then in Jurassic, age of reptile and age of Gasmoform and gymnosome and dinosaur. Then Cretaceous, rise of modern fish and birds. Then in Cenozoic we have the Quaternary and Tertiary. And tertiary, so tertiary have the P-O-M-P, P-E-O-M-P, P-O-M-P. So Paleozoic we have the rise of first primate. Then Eocene, Paleocene, Eocene, origin of house, age of angiosperm. Then Oligocene, rise of monkey and apes. Miocene, rise of apes. And Pleistocene, Pliocene, Pliocene, Pleistocene, and Paleocene. So Pleistocene, Pliocene, age of mammoth. Then Quaternary have the Holocene and Pleistocene. So Pleistocene, evolution of human, and Holocene, dominance of human. Okay. Then the dating methods. So dating methods, we have the carbon-14, recent organic material, and potassium, argon, which volcanic rocks. Then this the uranium lead, so ancient rock, and historiographic correction are there. Then this board physical features of fold mountain, Himalaya, administered by the alpine system, European geopolitics, and factory plate collision, tectonic plate collision, block mountain fault based formation, Rift Valley association, and horse graben structure. Then the volcanic mountain, ring of fire, eruption pattern, and hazard management and implications. Then administrative signification of mountain, so international boundary dominance and demarcate, and water resource management, and strategic defense consideration, and tourism development policies. Then plateau, so intermountains, so Tibet, and in continental, so Deccan plateau and stable landmass, and volcanic Ethiopian highland and lava accumulation. Then the economic importance of the mineral resource and agricultural land and hydroelectric potential and urban development planning. Then plains, so structural plains, so tectonic origin, stable platform area. Then the Adam division, so erosional plains, so weathering process, river valley development, flood management, depositional plain, alluvial deposit, delta formation, agriculture productivity. Then the administrative applications, so population density planning, transportation network, industrial development, and food security policy. Desert, so hot Sahara, largest desert, and Arabian desert for oil, and Thar desert, largest human settlement. Then the cold deserts of Antarctica for research, and Gobi deserts of Mongolia and China, and Alagonia desert of South Patagonia desert of South America. Then desert characteristic: erratic rainfall, extreme temperature variation, is sanctity, vegetation and water scarcity, and nomadic population herding. Then the pasture. Then the Adam challenge, so water resource management, border security, climate change adaptation, and sustainable development. Then earthquake depth, shallow earthquake is 70 meter, 70 meter, most destructive and high surface damage. Mid focus 70 to 30 kilometer, and deep focus 30 to 700, 700. So subduction zone and limited surface impact, and the regional effect of this mid focus, and largest effect by the shallow, so 70 kilometer. Then the origin, so technical predictable, tectonic predictable pattern, plate movement induced, and most common. Then this volcanic, so volcanic earthquake, so magma movement, eruption precursor, localized effect, collapse, mining activity, underground excavation, and human induced and explosion, and nuclear testing, artificial origin, and policy implication. Seismic wave, so P wave, first arrival wave, and travel through all media, and compression characteristic, early warning system. S wave, secondary arrival, and solid medium only, and perpendicular vibration and damage assessment. Then shadow zone, so 103 to 140 angular distance, and P wave refraction effect, and S wave core blocking, and seismograph network planning. Earthquake pattern, dusting phenomena, so after shock, post main shock event, infrastructure vulnerability, emergency response plan. Earthquake swarms, multiple event series, no clear main shock, and continuous monitoring and need. And earthquake storms, so fault segment activation, and multiple occurrence, and regional preparedness. Then this volcano, so activity level, so active volcano, recent eruption, and monitoring, continuous monitoring needed. Then dormant, so temporary inactive, and periodic monitoring is needed. And extinct, so no feature eruption expected, and so minimal monitoring is needed. Then the shape, so shield volcano, so gentle slope and Hawaiian type, and the basaltic composition and low explosibility. So the volcanic explosibility index is there for the measurement. So composite, so steep cone and steep slope, and Mount Fuji type, and high explosibility and pyroclastic flow. Then the cinder cone, so small scale magnetic local impact, and the eruption type, so by explosibility, so effusive eruption, gentle lava flow, and Icelandic style, and minimal ash production, and limited evacuation needed. Then the explosive eruption, violent ejection, cloud formation, regional air traffic disruption, and ash cloud formation, and international coordination required. Then impact assessment, so local effect, so property damage, agriculture disruption, and infrastructure breakdown and population displacement, regional effect, cross-border implication, air quality degradation, and transportation disruption and economic distress. So global, so climate modification, aviation distress, international trade disruption, and diplomatic consideration, geopolitical issue. So territorial dispute, Himalayan border dispute, Kashmir issue, complexity, border demarcation, strategic height advantage, maritime, continental shelf extension, EEZ, island sovereignty claim, and resource extraction right, desert. So undefined boundaries, nomadic population movement, resource access, conflict and security challenge, climate and geopolitics. So the water resource conflict, transboundary water dispute, glacier melting, implication, drought management and flood coordination. Then environmental migration, so climate induced displacement, desert expansion effect, sea level rise, and policy response. Strategic consideration, mount pass control, plateau and plains in hinterland and desert buffer zone, and resource geopolitics, mineral extraction right, energy corridor development, agriculture land dispute, and water sharing agreement. Then this the urban planning integration and agriculture intensification and industrial pollution control and transportation efficiency. Then the desert, so water conservation, alternative livelihood development, solar energy utilization, cross border cooperation. Then disaster, UN Sendai framework, CADRI, regional cooperation, tech transfer agreement, and capacity building. Then the environmental issues, so Paris Agreement, UNCBD, UNCCD, Mount Ecosystem Protection, and administration integration, policy coordination mechanism, data sharing protocol, and joint monitoring system, and capacity development program, land and water. So there is also various projects, so Project Tiger and the Mars mission and other mission are there. Then the climate change, how impact the mountains, so glacial retreat, acceleration, avalanche frequency increase, biodiversity loss, and water security threat. Then plateau degradation, soil erosion intensification, vegetation cover reduction, and extreme temperature variation, and agriculture productivity distress. Then plains, so flood frequency erected, and the drainage water influx variation, and urban heat island, and groundwater depletion. Then desert, so desertification acceleration, and vegetation cover loss, and water table decline, and population displacement. Then the earthquake preparedness, so building code enforcement, early warning system, community training, and international cooperation protocol, and volcanic risk mitigation, monitoring network, evacuation route plan, and agriculture impact assessment, and aviation safety imperative. And sustainable development, so mountain ecosystem conservation, tourism sustainability, and indigenous right protection, and disaster risk reduction. Plateau, soil conservation, water harvesting technique, renewable energy, and biodiversity preservation. Then the broad physical feature of India. So the landform, so the mountains, so elevated landform, height greater than 60 meter, and relative height, and steep slope, and narrow summit, and Himalaya, so inhospitable role, and young fold mountain, 2400 kilometer length, and 240 and 320 kilometer width. Aravalli, oldest mountain in Rajasthan and Gujarat and Delhi, Haryana, and Western Ghats, Sahyadri, windward side precipitation, and windward rain shadow zone. And Eastern Mountain, Eastern Ghat discontinuity, lower elevation, and wind areas, central India. Satpura, Narmada Taptis divide, so Great Himalaya, height greater than 6,000 meter, permanent snow glacier, low lesser Himalaya, so 370 to 480 so hill station and valleys, and Shivalik, so 18 100 meters, less than 1800 meters. So foothill recent development, and Jelepla and Nathula in Indo-Tibet, Shipkila, Satluj Valley, Khyber Pass, Afghan border, and Banihal Pass in Kashmir. Administration, so border security consideration and tourism development potential, hydroelectric power generation, and strategic military position. Plateau, these are known for the escarpment, also elevated flat topped and landform escarpment boundary. Then the desert Deccan Plateau, so Central Highland, Malwa Plateau, Bundelkhand Plateau, and Bagelkhand Plateau, Deccan Plateau, and Maharashtra Plateau, and Karnataka Plateau, and Chota Nagpur Plateau, and Meghalaya Plateau. So Chota Nagpur Plateau, Jharkhand, North Chhattisgarh, and Phulia, West Bengal. Geology, Gondwana Rong, mineral rich river, Damodar, Subarnrekha, North Coil. Resource, iron, coal, and manganese. Meghalaya, so Shillong, highest peak, and Khasi, Jayantia, Mikir, and Garo Rajmahal Gap, separate them. And administration, so mineral policy formulation, tribal area development, forest conservation strategy, and industrial development plan. So level land form less than 150 meter and alluvial deposit. Then Indo-Gangetic plan length 2400 length, and 240 to 320 width. And Punjab Himalaya, wheat and rice. Ganga plain, so Punjab plain, so wheat and rice. Ganga plain, central most fertile and deeply populated, and Bihar plain and Assam, so the Brahmaputra plain in Assam, so flood prone tea cultivation, and Rajasthan, so Thar desert. Rajasthan plain elevation 325 meter east and 150 west. Component shifting sand dune, the Dharian, and rocky eastern part, and the administration, agriculture productive zone, and flood policy management, irrigation infrastructure plan, and population density consideration. Then the desert, so arid region less than 150 meter rain, and extreme temperature, erratic rainfall. Then right bank tributary of Ganga is Son and Pulpul, and left bank is Gagra and Gandak and Kosi. And administration, so interstate water dispute, irrigation project planning, flood control measure, and navigation potential. So climate, origin of monsoon, so differential heating land to ocean, and summer low pressure on land, winter reverse pressure pattern, and ITCZ seasonal migration. Then the control, so thermal contrast, so Asia, Indo-Pacific. Then Coleridge Faults wind deflection, and Himalaya barrier orography, lift, and jet stream upper air circulation. Then climate characteristics, so monsoon feature, reversal, regional seasonal reversal, so of wind, and wind directional change, and earth sun trend timing, onset variability, and uneven distribution, region variation, and economic dependence, agriculture linkage, and differential heating, moisture, lead and southwest monsoon, and count on the dependence. Then the season, so winter, so December to February, so northeast monsoon, and dry and cool monsoon, dry and cool. Then summer, so March to May, so high temperature and low humidity. And southwest monsoon, June to September, main rainy season. Then retrieval of monsoon, so October, November, so post monsoon cyclone. So distribution of rain, spatial rainfall, so this is pattern of rainfall. So the greater than 200 for Western Ghat and the northeast. Then the 100 to 200, so plain, and so less than 50, so desert, and 50 to 100, so this is for the rain shadow zone and rest of Rajasthan. Then seasonal distribution, 75% of rainfall is from the southwest rainfall, and Kerala gateway for summer monsoon, and the Regional orography, so variation distance from the sea. Climatic region, so Thar, the rain shadow effect of Aravalli barrier of the Bay of Bengal, then the area northwest and western Rajasthan, and climate extreme temperature variation and water scarcity. Vegetation, so sparse species and cactus. And formation, tectonic origin, Tethys retreat, and rain shadow zone of mountain barrier, and climate high evaporation. Water conservation traditional method, Tanka and Par, and physiographical division, so six-fold classification, Himalaya, so Trans Himalaya, Karakoram and Ladakh and Jalskar and Peak Panjal, and Great Himalaya, Himadri, the Lesser Himalaya, Himachal, and the Shivalik, so outer Himalaya. Then northern one, so Bhabar, so pebble zone, and Tarai, the marshy belt, and Khavdar, new oil, and Bangar, old oil. Then the peninsular plateau, so central highland and Deccan plateau, Indian deserts and Thar desert predominantly, and coastal plain, western narrow 10 to 20 kilometer, and eastern broad 100 kilometer. Island, so Nicobar, Andaman Nicobar, so continent, and Lakshadweep, coral origin. Hill range, so Naga, Mizo, Garo, Khasi, and Jaintia. Then the Himalayan, so perennial delta glacial fed, and peninsular seasonal rain fed, and coastal local drainage. Then the Köppen classification, so Köppen classification in the tropical wet and tropical dry, subtropical humid and arid and alpine. Then the water, so surface water, river and lake, and the groundwater by aquifer and well and spring. Atmosphere, rainfall, humidity, and uses 80% irrigation, domestic, urban and rural supply, industrial, thermal power manufacturing, and hydroelectricity, clean energy generation, and navigation, so inland waterways. Conservation, so rainwater harvesting, watershed management, check dam construction, and aquifer recharge program. Then the forest, so mountain forest and tropical evergreen forest, deciduous forest, thorn forest, and mangrove forest. Then the timber, construction and furniture, the minor forest produce, honey, medical plant, and environmental, so carbon sequestration and economic livelihood support. Then the soil, so forest and mountain soil, arid soil, alluvial soil, red and yellow soil, and laterite soil. So laterite soil is found in the south part and the central west part. Then this the conservation, so contour farming, terracing, afforestation, and the crop rotation. Rock, so Archean rock, crystalline, and Dharwad plateau, and ferrous and aluminium. Then Petrozoic, so Petrozoic, so sediment, Vindhya, and building stone. Paleozoic, so Gondwana, and coal, and seam, and coal. Then Mesozoic, so Deccan trap, and basalt, and the non-major mineral. So the mineral distribution, so iron ore, Odisha, Jharkhand, and Chhattisgarh. Coal, so Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, and petroleum, Mumbai High and Assam, Digboi, and manganese, Odisha and Karnataka. Then population, so shoot at, pollution is stood at, and scarce. And so the growth pattern, so Deccan growth, so decadal growth is 17.64, and population 1 to 1 crore. Then the density, so 382 person per kilometer square, and growth phase, so 1905 to 1951, slow growth 1951 to 81, rapid growth 1981 to 2011, moderate growth. And distribution, so high density area, Indo-Gangetic plain, and fertile soil, and water availability, coastal region, trade, fishing, and industrial. So implement opportunity, low density area, Himalayan region, difficult terrain, desert area, water scarcity, and dense zone, limited accessibility. Then the greater than 500 very high, Delhi and Chandigarh, and the 250 to 500 high, Punjab and Haryana, 100 to 250 moderate, Rajasthan MP, and less than 100 so Arunachal Pradesh and Ladakh. Sex ratio so 943 by 400 male, and improving trend so 927 to 943, and best Kerala 1084, and worst Haryana 877. Literacy rate 74.04% 2011, male 82.14, and female 65.46%. Then this highest in Kerala 93 point something, and lower in the Bihar 63%. Then urban rural distribution, so rural 68.84, urban 31.16%, urbanization trend increasing, administration resource allocation planning, infrastructure development priority, and social welfare scheme targeting, and electoral constitutional delimitation. Atomic energy, so Atomic Energy Commission, thorium, the sodium utilization, operating reactor, military application, and international agreement, and civilian nuclear program. IT revolution, so tech park, research, export, various IT service and outstanding leading companies, and lead upcoming tech education, innovation hub, online service, and new technology. Then for the Rajasthan, so south, northeast, southwest diagonal alignment. Then this is Aravalli range, so primary mountain, and north east southwest diagonal alignment. Then the function, so climatic and geomorphic boundary of Thar desert, formation pre-Cambrian, and highest Mount Abu, and geological importance, oldest mountain, plateau, so bedland topography, eastern plateau region, Hadoti plateau, Mewar plateau, and Marwar plateau. Then plain, so eastern plain, fertile alluvial, Chamban river valley plain, and Ganga Yamuna boat extension, and northeast boundary. Agriculture significance, so high productivity zone, soil type, alluvial deposition, desert, Thar desert, and coverage western Rajasthan. Then character, rolling sand dunes, and climate boundaries, Aravalli range, and extent into Pak and Sindh, and Arabian, so Arabian, Mahi, Son, Jharkhand, Sabarmati, Western Banas, Luni, and Khari, and Bay of Bengal, Chambar, Banas, Kali Sindh, Parvati, and Banganga, Gambhir, and the Vedach. And river origin, primary source, Aravalli mountain, flood direction east and west, east to west, or west to east. Then the 57 documented rivers, 57 plus documented river. Then lake, what types of fresh water, natural, artificial, and saline, Sambar, Pachbandra, and Dindwana, scattered across state. Then the open characteristics, so open BWSW in northwest, and BHSW in west, and AW in Hadoti and this southern, and CWG rest of Rajasthan. So Köppen classify as erratic rainfall, arid to subarid, subhuman, humid, monsoon dependence, and temperature variation, and humidity low to moderate. Vegetation tropical, thorny, so rain thorny 6%, and rain is the 30 meter. Then the part is 6%, and cactus and aloe vera is the main, and then tropical thorny and xerophyte, and the tropical dhok one, so 30 to 60, and 58% of Rajasthan, and the khejdi and rohida and acacia are main dhok plant, and nagor and shekawati are main. Then the vegetation character, so keystone species, so dominant species khejdi, state tree, acacia and aloe vera, and drought resistance plant, and ecological function, desertification prevention, and economic importance of fuel wood source, and conservation priority high. Then the crop diversification, food grain, wheat and barley, and cash crop cotton, spices, so methi and cucumber, and coriander, and horticulture, so citrus fruit and pomegranate, and in the Jalawad and Nagpur. Then the production zone, irrigation dependent eastern plain, dryland farming western, and commercial agriculture, canal irrigated area, and substantive farming in tribal area. Then minerals 57 plus variety, and second rank by value, and 12% of Indian minerals output. Exclusive production in lead, zinc, selenite, and wollastonite near monopoly. So metal, iron, copper, lead, zinc, tungsten, and manganese. Non-metal, gypsum, fluorite, feldspar, calcite, and potash. And industrial, marble, granite, sandstone, basalt, and rhyolite. So these are industrial or the manufacturing, means constructor. So strategic minerals, so lead, zinc, largest resource, and selenite and monopoly production. Then the wollastonite, so exclusive production and industrial uses, so construction, manufacturing, and export. So energy, net grid is there, and the coal reserve Junjunu and Bikaner, petroleum reserve resource, limited resource, and natural gas lignite Barmer basin, and non-conventional solar, highest potential, highest insolation, more than 300 day of insolation, and wind, the western district, biomass, agriculture residue, and nuclear uranium deposition, and energy infrastructure, and power generation, coal based, and thermal plant, and renewable crop, and leading state, grid connectivity, national power grid, and energy security, mixed source dependency. Then the demography, so total population 7.89 crore, and density 200 kilometer per square, growth rate 21.3%, sex ratio 9 to 8 by 1000, major tribe Bhil, Saharia, PVTG, and tribal population 13.5%, and livelihood agriculture and forest. So insolation, so national so white wildlife, so national park Ranthambore and Sariska, desert national park, and Kelvade, Sariska, and Mukundra, UNESCO. Then 25 plus wildlife sanctuary in Rajasthan, and avian fauna is there, and tiger reserve Ranthambore, Sariska, Mukundra, and Ramgarh, and Dholpur, Karoli, and biosphere reserve non-designate, and flexible species Royal Bengal tiger, Asiatic lion, and endemic Great Indian bustard. So endangered species, so beckbuck, chingara, desert fox, migratory Siberian crane, and domestic crane, and conservation threat, habitat loss, agriculture expansion, human wildlife conflict, crop damage, livestock protection, poaching, illegal wildlife and trade, and climate damage, climate change, drought, temperature rise, and conservation strategies, and project tiger conservation and initiative, community conservation by Bishnoi community, and XU2 and rescue center and breed center, legal framework, and wildlife protection act, forest right act. Then UNESCO geoheritage potential, Aravalli range, ancient geological formation, fossil site Jaisalmer limestone formation, mining heritage, historic mining area, desert landscape, and unique geological feature, UNESCO Geo Park criteria, geological significance, international importance, educational value, geoscience education, tourism potential, sustainable geotourism, community participation, local involvement, and potential site, and Mount Abu and granitic formation. Jaisalmer fossil-rich limestone, Bikaner, Jodhpur desert geology, and Aravalli landscape pre-Cambrian rock. Water scarcity, so groundwater depletion, over exploitation, and rainfall variability, monsoon dependency, water quality, fluoride salinity, rainwater harvesting, traditional system, desertification, land degradation, and erosion salinity, and deforestation, fuel wood and overgrazing, and mitigation, afforestation, grazing management. Mining impact, environmental degradation, open cast mining, water contamination, and mining affluent and air quality, and dust rehabilitation, post mining restoration. Climate change, temperature rise and heat wave frequency, erratic rainfall, agriculture stress, post harvest distress, cell crop productivity decline, adaptation, climate resilient crop, conservation, afforestation, green belt development, water conservation, traditional and modern sustainable development, balanced growth approach. Then the mitigation, so renewable energy reduce and renewable energy produce and carbon emission significantly, and renewable energy efficiency, building coke and appliance standard, deforestation, carbon trading, and electric vehicle standable, and development goal, and protected area, conserved wildlife and species effectivity, and protected area network, national park, animal conservation program, and coastal management zone, and wildlife act, and special recovery program, and ecosystem service, BPRR. So prevention, risk assessment plan and preparedness, early warning system, emergency planning, and response, so search and rescue, and resilient operation, and recovery, so rehabilitation and recognition, so reconstruction, DPRR, PPRR. Then these are some these diagrams. So this is some rocky South America, rocky and Appalachian, and South Africa, the Andes, and the Atlas and Dressenberg in the Africa, Scandinavian in Europe, Himalaya in Asia, and the Great Dividing Range in Australia. Then this island, and so these are the main island. So this is plateau. So island plateau, Yellowstone plateau, and Wranglina plateau, and Great River Basin, and Hawaiian plateau, Galapagos plateau, and Banana plateau, Ethiopia, Katanga and Karo plateau, Reunion and Marian plateau, and Deccan, Rajmahal, and Imisham plateau, then Tasmanian plateau. Then this is the desert. So Precious Desert, Tranos, and Savannah, and Pampas Desert, then Savannah and the Veld. So this is the grassland. So this is the prairies. Then South America, Llanos, Savannah, and the Pampas, and the Pustas, and Steppe, and Manchurian, Savannah, and Veld in South Africa, and Savannah, and down, and Canterbury in New Zealand. Then this is the patterns and species, the endogenic and exogenic species. So what is the Earth's this force? So endogenic force, so diastrophic, epirogenic, and orogenic, and sudden force, so volcanic and earthquake, and exogenic, so weather, erosion and diffusion. Then the fault and fault, and this is the internal structure of Earth. So 378, and the lithosphere and the asthenosphere. Then this is the main uh, plateaus and desert of South Asia and Arabia region, and this is Europe region, and for there is the lakes, so great water lakes, SMHEO, Superior, Michigan, Huron, and Erie and Ottillion. So SMHEO, somehow SMHEO. So then the Great Salt Lake, Great Athabasca, then Great Salt Lake, and Muller Lake, then Lake Winnipeg, and South America, the Lake Titicaca and Tanganyika. Then Africa, Chad, and the Turkana, and Nyasa, and Victoria, and Tana and Turkana. Then in Asia, the Wilme, Lagoda, Caspian Sea, Aral Sea, then Lake Baikal and Lake Balkesh. Then the in this Kashmir. So this is the Shashkam Valley. Then there is Askai Chin, then Jammu and Kashmir, and this is Ladakh region. Then Circuit, so Kori Creek, and there is Circuit, and these are the rivers, so Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, and Byas in Satluj, and then maintain the Jhelum. Then this is the Djibouti, Gwadar, and Mario, and Chittagong, and Hambantota, so Easting of Pulse. Then this Ukraine and Russia, so this is Crimea, this is Ukraine, and this is Russia, and this is Black Sea. Then this is the Gaza, and this is Egypt, this is Israel, this is West Bank, this is Jordan, this is Syria, and this is Lebanon, this is Arab land. This is the rivers of Rajasthan. So this is Ganga river and Yamuna river, and this is Sindhu river. So Mahanadi, Godavari, Kaveri, Krishna and Kaveri. So Krishna or Kaveri, very less distance. So then comes the mountains. So Pamir and Kulnun and Hindu Kush, and Great Himalaya, Ketu, Ladakh, Jaskar, and Great Himalaya, Lesser Himalaya, and the Shivalik Himalaya, Kamet, and the Dholagiri, and Everest, and Kanchenjunga. Then there is Makalu, and Annapurna, and Nanda Devi. Then this Range, and Kemu, and the Vindhya, and Satpura, Kemu, and this is Tapi river, and this is Namra river, then Ramgarh, and Gazat Hill, and Malagiri. Then Anaimudi and Anaimalai. Then this is the Telangana plateau, and this is the Nallo Mac. Then the Cardamom. So this is the Spachalana, the height Uchavach. So this is the Sindhu Ganga plain, and this is the outer Himalaya. Then this is the outer Himalaya. Then Mid Himalaya and Great Himalaya. Then there Ladakh range, and Kailash range, and Tibet, and Kulnul slope. Then this is the Hindu Kush, Pamir, Kulun. Then this is the North India. So this is the Ketu, Karakoram, Jaskar, Ladakh. Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, and Punjab, and Kailasa. And Great and Lesser Himalaya, and Shivalik Himalaya, Namcha Barwa, and Sindanian plain. Then the Makalu, and the Dapla, above Mishmi, the Garo Kasi Jantia, and Patkai Boom, and Naga Hills and Mizo Hills. Then this is the formation of Himalaya. So 700 million, 500 million, 3800 million, 1000 million, and this Himalaya. Then Himalaya and Tibet, and this is the Gilgit and Astor Spiti, Hunza Valley, Baltaro Glacier, and Salty Glaciers, Langtan Glacier, Upper Boom, and Denchko Sea. Then Malwa Plateau and Satmala Hills and Balaghat and Telangana and Alamulai and Lava Brahmaputra. Then this is the Western Ghat. So Northwestern Ghat and the south central Western Ghat, Nilgiri, and southern Western Ghat. Then this is the Kutch, Kathiawar, Konkan, Malabar, and Cape Connery. Then the Utkal, North Sarkar, and the Coromandel. Then the Nicobar and the Barren Deep and 9-degree channel and 10-degree channel. So there is North Sumatra and so Nicobar and Andaman and Nicobar. So 10-degree and 9-degree channel and Car Nicobar and the Indra Point. And in the North Andaman, the Indian Andaman and the South Andaman. Then the Duncan Passage and then the Little Andaman. So the El Nino and Indian Ocean Dipole INSO. So in INSO warmer increased rain and reduced rain. Then the Great Basin, so the Sonoran Desert, Mahave Desert and Great Basin Desert. In South America, the Atacama and Patagonia Desert. In Africa, Sahara, Namib and Kalahari Desert. In Asia, Karakum, Gobi and Daske Kabi and Daske Lut and Thar Desert, Syria and Arabia. And in Africa, Great Sandy, Gibson and Great Victoria Desert. Then this is the S&P wave study zone and the acid rain, and this is the Catholic and the this is the Lapolith. This is Lapolith. This is Phacolith, and the so rain pattern and volcanic. So this is the ring of fire. So Australia plate and Eurasian plate and Pacific plate. This is North American plate. This is the Fuca plate, Deep Fuca, and Mauna Loa and Nazca plate and Antarctic plate. The Pelian volcano and volcanic volcano and Stromboli volcano. Then this is the lava volcano and the craters and creek and Icelandian means the Icelandian is very smooth. Then the cinder cone and composite cone is steep. The composite cone is steep and shield cone is the gentle. So the cinder is the in between them and crater is the hole on the top, and caldera is widen the this crater. Then the batholith and dike is the vertical, and seal is the horizontal, and stroke is long. And then this eroded leucothith and diatrema is there, and this is the phacolith, and there is lepolith and lecolith and locolith also. Then this is the monsoon pattern and this is rainfall. So less than 50, and then 50, less than 50, then 50 to 100. So 50 to 100, and then 100 to 200 is longest, and 200 greater than 200 is the northeast and the western Ghat. So then this is the Köppen. So the Köppen, so BSSW and CWG, and this is AW. So Rajasthan have the four. Then this E and ET and DFC is here, and BSSW because of the rain shadow zone, AMW. So both monsoon and AS is here. So we have know the WHSW, BSSW and AW and CWG. We know the E, ET and DFC and AS and AMD. So five things which have to know. So E and ET for the mountain, DFC for the high rain, and there is the retreating monsoon AS and AMW highest monsoon. So climatic region AM and A, W and B, BS, BS and BWH and C, CWG and D. So this is Chilka, Kelavu and political gang, and this is the Vemna, and this is the lake. So this is the Sindh Sagar Doab, Chase Doab, Rachna Doab, Bari Doab, and this is the Badrinath from where the Dholi Ganga coming, and Vishnu Panga, Vishnu Prayag, the Alaknanda and the Dholi Ganga meet in Vishnu Prayag because of Vishnu Bhagwan are Dhole. Then this Alaknanda and then this Nand Prayag, the Nandakni river is meet. Then the Pindar river in Karnaprayag, Mandaki river in Rudraprayag, and this Bhagirathi in the Devprayag. From Bhagirathi is originated from the Gangotri and Alaknanda from Badrinath. So then this Yamuna river in the Prayag Raj. Then this is the Ganga river. So Yamuna, Ganga, Gomti and Gandak, Gagra, Kosi, and Tista river. Then the Betwa, Tamsa, Asson is right bank to me. So surface water, canal and pond, plateau flow and natural, and the non-perpetual and artificial. So groundwater well, Pakka and Konkan and tube well and open and closed. Then this is the main the dams. So Ukai Dam, then the Bhagna Nangal Dam, and the Mayur Kaushi Dam, then Hiragun Dam, Nizam Sagar Dam, and Nagarjun Sagar Dam, and Mettur Dam. This is the tropical forest. So thorn forest, then the tropical deciduous forest, then tropical evergreen forest in Himalaya and this northeast region, in the south western Ghat, and then the mountain forest and littoral swamp forest. So littoral swamp forest is the mango forest. So this is the vertical height of forest. So tropical forest, subtropical, temperate, subalpine, alpine and snow forest. So with height this is. So this is soil. So soil the A, B, C and A, E, R, O, E, R, A, B, C, O, E, R, A, B, C, O, E, R. So R is the rocky and C is the parent rock, B is the subsoil mineral metal, and E is the least mineral, and A is the mineral based humus, and O is the humus, organic. O is organic, A is mineral with humus, and B is the subsoil, and C is the parent soil, and R is the rock. So this is the soil horizon. So topsoil, then elevation layer, and parent rock, and partly weather rock, and this is the monsoon rock. So this is the soil so found in India. So this is the mountain soil, this is arid soil and laterite soil, and then is alluvial soil and the black soil, and this is the yellow soil, red yellow soil. So red then the convention. So this is the conventional energy. So Hazari and Mumbai High and Hazira, Jagdishpur, Vijaypur, Jagdishpur, and the Anta is also conducted, and Nahaveli and Singrauli, and this is Culture and Raniganj. This is Chennai, Nahaveli, and this is the Raniganj. So Raniganj, Jaria, East Bokaro, West Bokaro, and Singoli. So 4 is the Singoli. This is Singoli. This is Panch, Kandak, Tawa Valley, and Talchar. Talchar, and this is Chandra Vardha, and then Hyderabad, Chennai, and Nyaveli. And the classification of rocks, so Paleozoic, Archean, so this is the Archean and Dharwad sequence. Then the Purana era, so Kudappa, Vindhyan, Delhi, and Purana, and rock of Dravidian. Then rock of Aryan, so Gondwana, Jurassic, Cretaceous, and Deccan and Tertiary, and the Quaternary. Then the minerals, so metallic and non-metallic, so aluminum found here, and this is the Dharwad, and the mica, potash, sediment, mica, potash, salt, sulfur, and limestone, marble, and sandstone. Then metallites, so ferrous, non-ferrous, and precious. Then rocks, so igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Then iron, so iron is the Singhbhum, Sundargarh, and the Mayurbhanj, and the Konjar, and Beladila, and the Ratnagiri, and Guntur, Bellary, and Chikmagalur. Then this is the soil, so anti-soil, desert, and arido soil is there, and anti-soil, so incepti soil, and the alky soil, and verti soil, most fertile. Then this the iron ore, so Dabra, Singana, Nimla, Raisena, Moriza, Banol, Toda, Chipad, so the Tur, Hundir, and Nimla, Raisella. Then the Bidalsar, Khetri, Singana, and Khoderiba, and Thanagazi for copper. And this is for the Rajpura Deriba, and this Jawar is for the zinc, and Bikaner, and GLH, and gypsum, Jamsar, Goat Mangalore, and this is the rock phosphate, and this is the marble. So marble in the Makarana, Rasaman, Udaipur, Jalore, and the Banswada, and Bundi. So this is the occurrence of mineral oil. So there is the mineral oil is found. This is industrial Gurgaon, Delhi, Meerut, and Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Mumbai, Pune, Konkan, and Kollam, and Thiruvananthapuram, Bengaluru, Tamil Nadu, and Visakhapatnam, Guntur, Chotanagpur, Hubli. Then this port Kandla, Mumbai High, Mammago, Mangaluru, Kochi, Kolkata, Paradip, Visakhapatnam, Innor, Chennai, and Tuticorin, and confluence. And so this is the geological time scale. So the Precambrian, so we have the Hadean, Archean, and Patrozoic, and Paleozoic, and this Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian. Then this so Carboniferous, Permian, and Phanerozoic, Mesozoic, and Cretaceous, Jurassic, and Triassic. Then Cenozoic, Tertiary, so Paleozoic, Eocene, and Oligocene, Miocene, Paleocene, and Quaternary, Holocene, and Pleistocene. So then this is the four village of north, south, east, west. So 30 minutes, 30 degree, 12 minute Kona, 78 degrees, 17 minutes Xilana, and 23 degree, 3 minutes Borkund, and 39 degrees, 30 minute Katra. Then this is the western, and this is the Aravali. This is the BSSW, BSW, and CAW. Then Trivarta, EBD, and DBW, and DAW, and CAW. Then the arid regions, semi-arid, and this is the Supri, Javai, and Sagi, and West Banas, and Sabarmati, and Luni, and Mahi. This is the Banas and Chambal region. So So last come to the Kothari, Mehta, Ruparel, Kankani, Sabi, and Bandunga, and the Moralism. Then Bilaspur, Javai, Rana Jawar, Rana Pratap Sagar, Jawar Sagar, and Bhopal Sagar, and Mahi Bajaj. Then the Desert National Park, Culture, Sariska, Wan Maratha, and Ramsagar, Van Vihar, uh, Kesarbagh, and Keladevi, Ramgarh, Shergarh, and Dhora, and Sitamata Bassi, and Bhansrodgarh, and Sajangarh, and Fulwadi Canal, and Jaisalmer. Then the natural vegetation, so tropical thorn, tropical dry, and subtropical hilly forest, and soil profile. So bedrock, and subtropical, and humus, and the then desert soil, brown and grey, red and yellow, laterite, and red and black, and yellow soil. So the desert soil, and the alluvial soil, and the brown and grey soil, and the red and yellow soil, and the red soil. So there is brown and red, yellow and red, and red soil, red and black soil. Okay, brown, yellow, black, brown, yellow, black, brown, yellow, black. So this is your geography. This part is completed. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for discussion.